This is Ka Point on Maui, also known as Pro Beach or Teach Beach. Off Ka Point, we have the Boneyard, which is a shallow reef. To the west, we have more shallow reef, which creates a channel down the middle. A small concrete slab just off the launch. The outer reef, which is approximately 5 feet deep, depending on the tide. Some shallow areas shown in red, close to shore. It's a 3/4 of a kilometer paddle out to the reef where we are going to do most of our surfing. Early morning, 7 a.m., that's the best time to come. The gates are open. There is no wind at that point, and without the wind, that means the water is flat and there are no winds that you have to paddle against. On the ocean here in the morning, you can see how glass flat the water is and how well spread out the waves are. I've tried this on Lake Ontario, but when there's waves on the lake, there's also a lot of wind. And when there's a lot of wind, it is very difficult to stand up and paddle. I'm on a 115-liter Jimmy Lewis Flying V foil board, which is 6 feet long. It's stable enough for me to stand up and paddle. However, at this point, I am kneeling just because some waves are coming and it's just easier to paddle through the waves when I'm kneeling. You can see how flat and calm the water is. It makes it a lot easier to stand up and paddle to get ready for the oncoming wave. The trick to catch a wave while foil surfing is to turn around, start paddling before the wave approaches and try and catch the white water. The white water will surge you forward. As you are surged forward, you will then go up on foil. Okay, here we go. You can see how much time in between waves you have here to get up, get your balance, and get ready, and then start paddling before the wave arrives. You want to get the momentum of the board moving forward, and as the wave approaches, you need to get your weight, your head forward on the board so that the board doesn't surge up and foil up. I find SUP foiling more difficult than wing foiling because you don't have that wing to hold you up. You don't have anything to counterbalance you. I found a shorter mast is easier than a longer mast for SUP foiling. Reason being, a longer mast is going to have more initial drag in the water before you get up on foil. Shorter mast is going to allow you to get up on foil easier, and you have more control and more clearance from the bottom. So the mast I'm using is a 29-inch long mast, 73 centimeters. Unlike regular surfing where it's usually a couple seconds long, some of these guys are riding these waves all the way into shore, which is about a kilometer long. They're up on foil for several minutes. The key for finding a good surf foil location is an area where it is shallow, like a reef, and then goes deep again. So you need that shallow for the wave to break and then for it to go deep again to ride the swell. You won't find this bottom structure on the lakes, at least nowhere I have found.